Hey guys, so as you saw by the title, this is going to be my last makeup haul for quite some time. I recently reorganized my makeup collection and I realized that this is actually the least amount of makeup that I have owned, I think, since I started my channel. And the reason for that is, even though it seems like I've been buying stuff like crazy in my haul videos, the truth of the matter is, when I took my last break from YouTube, I bought very, very little. I mean, when I'm not making videos, I just enjoy what I have and I don't really buy much. And when I came back, I realized by looking at my collection, wow, I don't really have a lot of stuff in certain categories. And so I don't know, I felt like I kind of had to have more, but that's stupid because I have tons. I have plenty. I have enough. But that IKEA unit right there actually has two drawers in it that I don't use for makeup. I just use for other stuff, which is really handy. Um, so I'm fine with that because all the other drawers are full of stuff and I have plenty. So you don't have to worry about lack of videos or anything because I have tons of ideas of things that I want to do videos about that don't include buying new stuff. I just want to enjoy what I have and use it, because when you're constantly buying stuff, you're not enjoying what you have. It's like buy stuff, use that, move on to the next thing. Buy more stuff, use that. So things don't even hardly get used. So I want to use my stuff, and I have plenty of stuff that I can switch it up and not wear the same things all the time, to keep it interesting as far as you looking at my, makeup and stuff. So anyways, let me show you what I have here and get started, because I do have quite a bit of stuff here. But I just want to say one more thing about what I was just talking about, though. The only thing I'm going to buy are things that I actually need. Like, for example, I throw my mascara away every 3 months. That's what they tell you you're supposed to do. Every 3 months, you're supposed to toss it. So I may need to buy a new mascara now and then, or I might even buy, a couple just to have a choice. And of course, I'm going to buy things like eye makeup remover, cotton rounds, Q-tips, things like that. But I'm going to just buy what I need, really. All right, now we can begin. First thing I'm going to show you is something I never ever talk about on my channel, and that is skincare. If you've been watching me for a while, then you know that this is my favorite brand of skincare. I use the facial cleanser and also the moisturizer. So I bought the eye cream because I am, do I dare say how old I am? A lot of you already know. I'm 58 years old, and I know a lot of you are probably shocked, but no, I'm not the oldest person on YouTube. But close. But yeah, when you reach this age, you should definitely be using an eye cream. Actually, you should be using an eye cream even before that, but I had tried using eye creams before and I never really felt they did anything. This one, I feel like I actually see a difference. So I just put this on just at night. I use a small amount under each eye. And yeah, I think that this was a good idea. I was pretty surprised at how expensive it was. I actually bought it at Walmart and it was in a box that had an alarm on it. And I said, oh God, if they have it in a box with an alarm on it, this is going to be very expensive. But it wasn't too bad. It was $14. And this is a tiny little container. There's only half an ounce in here, or 14 mils. 0.5 fluid ounces, that's half an ounce, or 14 mils. Yeah, $14 for an eye cream is actually not bad, because eye creams can be very, very expensive because of the ingredients that they use in them. So I've added that to my skincare routine. And then I have 3 foundation primers to show you. I like to have a lot of primers because I have a lot of foundations. And not every primer is going to work with every foundation. Like, for example, if I'm using a dewy type foundation, I usually like to use a mattifying primer. I know that doesn't make sense on the surface, but it does to me because I don't really like a dewy finish. I don't know, I just don't like the way it feels on my skin. So I balance that out with a mattifying primer. And same thing with matte foundations. If I'm using a mattifying foundation, a lot of time I want to use a dewy type or moisturizing primer so that my skin doesn't get too dry. So I know most people wouldn't do it that way, but it makes sense in my mind, okay? So I've got 3 new primers. I've got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Primer, and I have used this already, and I did really like it. I've got the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and I've had this before, and I already knew it was good, so it had been a long, long time, though, since I'd had it. So I got that. And then this I've had multiples of. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And this is very good. I've had several tubes of this throughout the years. So I've got those. So I definitely won't need primer for a while because I just got the Primark PS one I showed you in, I think, my last haul, which I've really been enjoying. So I don't need any more primers now for a long, long time after this. And then this I've had many, many times. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Concealer. I've had this many, many, many times, but the last time I bought this, I tried a shade that was new that I thought was going to work for me, but it ended up not being the right color at all. I had bought Ivory and it's way too yellow. So I bought this because I've had this shade before and I know it does work for me, and this is in the shade Fair, and I'm actually wearing that right now. So this is a very good concealer. I think it's the #1 selling concealer in America for a good reason. It's a good one. There aren't really that many good concealers, in my opinion, on the market. There's another idea for a video. I can do a video of my favorite concealers because there aren't many. There really aren't many that I think do anything at all. Most of them, well, you know, it depends on you too, because I have these like impressions in my face. So this is beyond a dark circle. This is like an indent right into my face from, you know, aging and allergies and all that stuff. So concealer has to work a lot harder on me than it does on the average person. Okay, these are repurchases. I repurchased a couple of the Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I got Pearlescent Pink and Mellow Wine. I've had these before, but I think I had every color of these at one point, but I had to get rid of them because of their age, so I just repurchased my 2 favorites of what is available. This I've had before too. A lot of my purchases that I made recently are things I've had before that I know I like. It's if you're going to spend money on makeup, sometimes it's nice to just repurchase or spend your money on what you know will work instead of taking a chance and trying something new. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a really nice palette, and you know, it's really affordable and you get a ton of product for your money. The other one is Caramel Toffee, which is good for deeper skin tones, but this is the one that I would recommend for light to medium skin tones. And that contour is coming off warmer on camera than it is in real life. In real life, it's actually a little bit cooler. And the highlight is nice too. It's very yellow though, obviously. But somehow, you know, you can make it work because these products do blend really nice. This I haven't had in a while, and oh man, did I miss it. And this is partially one of your faults because one of you kept talking about how much you love this, and every time I read that comment, I would think, yeah, I always loved it too, but it's kind of pricey for drugstore. Talking about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but yes, I have missed this so much. I purged this due to its age out of my collection, ooh, I would say a couple years ago, and never repurchased it, but I did miss it. I mean, I love that smell, and it's so smooth and buttery. I mean, that's the perfect name for that, butter bronzer, because it just melts into your skin. And this is the light one, just called light bronzer. And I feel like this is so perfect for people with lighter skin tones, because a lot of times bronzer just looks really bad on people with light skin tones. I'll never forget, there was this video I saw once where a makeup artist was applying makeup on Jeffree Star, and you know how pale he is. And the makeup looked great until they got to the bronzer. And they put the bronzer on him, and it looked awful because of what I just said. Bronzer on people with lighter skin tones, it can sometimes just look bad. In his case, I don't think he should even wear bronzer at all. He's just too pale, and it just looks fake. But I have gotten some color so far this year. You know, we've gone outside to parks and done a lot of outdoor activities ever since spring came, really. And so I do have some color on my skin, so I can pull off bronzer. But if you feel like you can't pull off bronzer, this is a good one to try if every bronzer you've ever tried didn't work for you, because I feel like this would work on some or most people with lighter skin tones, just not Jeffree Star. Okay, eyeshadows. This is the thing that I need the least in my collection. I have so many eyeshadows. Those plastic drawers right there, 3/4 of them are eyeshadows. The lip products are on the top, and eyeshadows on the bottom. And then there's even some eyeshadows in a couple of the drawers in the IKEA unit. But that's another video that I should probably do for you guys, is an updated makeup collection video, because I purged a lot of old stuff. I reorganized everything, so it looks nothing like it did in the last video that I showed you. So I will add that to my list if I can find it. I used to have a list of all these videos I wanted to make, and now I can't find it. So I'll have to recreate it from memory, which is dangerous. But anyway, the next couple things I'm going to show you are eyeshadows. I have never tried Juvia's Place eyeshadows, and they sell them at Ulta now. But since I had never tried them before, I didn't want to buy a full-size palette because I've never tried them, and you know, so at the checkout in those little bins, they have these adorable little Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Nubian, the miniature version. And this is what it looks like. And I'm wearing this shade right here is on my lids. And I think I used some of this too. Yes, I did. But I also used this. How adorable is this? This is the Morphe 3B palette. Pure Nude is the name of it. 3B Pure Nude. I have 3 large Morphe palettes. I have the James Charles, the Jaclyn Hill, and the 350 Nature Glow. And I really like their eyeshadows. I've never had any issues with any of them. They always have performed wonderful for me. So I saw this and I said, wow, that with this, if you were traveling, which I haven't traveled in a long, long time, but if I was, you could just bring these two and you'd be all set, because they're, you know, just basic. But I am wearing let's see. I have these two on with the two that I showed you in the Juvia's Place palette to do my eyes today. And these are every bit as good as the other palettes that I have. So, and both of these palettes were very inexpensive because they're so small. But, you know, I I feel like when you buy those big palettes, they just take up so much room and they're so hard to store. Um, my James Charles palette, I actually can't store that in its original packaging, even though it's a pretty box, because it won't fit in any of my drawers. It's just so big. So, I don't know. I think I'm gravitating lately now towards smaller palettes because they don't take up that much room. But anyway, I really, I like both of these and they work very well for me to do this look today. I repurchased a lip liner that I have had in the past that I missed. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon, maybe the most famous lip liner of all time. This is number 666, Brandy Wine. And it's a beautiful wine shade. And I had this on the other day, and I don't have that many lip liners anymore because I had to throw a lot of them away. And so I wanted to repurchase this one because after I threw away the old lip liners that I had, I didn't really have anything that was this wine shade left in my collection. So I said, I'm going to get this one because it's just the most perfect shade of wine and will go with any wine burgundy type lip product that you want to use with it. And plus it's only like 99 cents. So I repurchased that. Okay, now I'm going to talk about nail products because I'm sure that a lot of you have noticed that I have started painting my nails again. I didn't paint my nails for about a year and a half. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I said no, it takes up too much time. I didn't like the idea of the exposure to all the chemicals, you know, taking off the layers and just saturating the tips of my fingers with acetone. And so I gave my nails a break and I didn't do it for a year and a half. But I started thinking about it and I missed it. I just missed looking down at my hands and seeing a manicure. So I started off by buying a bottle of nail polish remover. I just bought the Target Up and Up. I'm not going to bother to show you that. It's just nail polish remover. But I bought the strengthening one. It's Up and Up strengthening nail polish remover. And I bought a bottle of top coat. I got the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel top coat, which if you never tried this, this is very, very good. My manicure, if I use this, my manicure will last almost a week, which is pretty good because, you know, I'm doing laundry, I'm doing dishes, I'm cooking, you know, doing household stuff like everybody, like every human being on earth does. And so most of my manicures will last about 6 days. And I think that's good because without this, it probably wouldn't even last 2 days. So I got that, and then I started off with, because I don't have any of my nail polish anymore, I really did not want to do nails anymore. I gave it all away. I had like an obscene amount of nail polish, but I gave it all away. But I'm not going to make that mistake again and have that many bottles of nail polish. I'll tell you in a second what I'm going to do. So I started off after not painting my nails for a year and a half buying this. This is Sally Hansen Insta Dry Matte in Smoldering Teal. And I also bought Essie Congrats. And Essie Congrats is a glitter that has like blue and pink in it mixed into a silver base. And this is like an aqua, teal, turquoise type color. Did I show you guys these already? Now I'm thinking back to, maybe I did include these in a haul a while back. Well, anyways, I have been obsessed with this turquoise shade for a while now. I think I'm finally getting it out of my system, but that's why this was the first color that I bought. And then I can never do anything just plain, so that's why I bought the Essie Congrats to go over it, and I painted my nails like that. And this may have been limited edition, but they still have it at Target. So that's how I started off. But then I thought, well, I have to have at least a couple more bottles so that I can go back and forth between the manicures. Like, you know, one time I'll do this, and then the next time I'll do what is on my nails right now. I bought Sinful Colors Unicorns Are Real, which is just a matte baby pink. Well, it's not really a baby pink. It's a light warm pink, I'm going to say. And then over that, I put Sinful Colors Pinky Glitter. So I like to layer polishes. I always like to layer like a special effects thing over something plain. You can't see the sparkles that well on camera, but in real life you can see the pinky glitter. So that's what I have for nail polish, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth between those two manicures. And if I get tired of them, maybe I can, you know, try just using these by themselves, or switch the glitters over the other colors or whatever, because I don't want to accumulate another big nail polish collection. I had so many bottles of nail polish that the smell, even though all the bottles were closed tightly, the house always smelled a little bit like nail polish, and that can't be good to be breathing that in all the time. So yeah. Oh, I just wanted to show you, this is the box that the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette came in. Isn't that cute? And then on the actual box itself is just one of the pictures, and then this is like a 3D effect. So that is it, you guys. So I've got all kinds of ideas planned for future videos, and I'm just going to be using what I have. But I have a lot, so I can still do loads of tutorials just with what I have, but I can also do lots of other kinds of videos too. And I even had another idea for some things that I can do, but I'll talk to you about that at a later date. So thanks for watching and voting for me in the Luminoso challenge every day until July 3rd. And I'll see you next time. Bye.